Hello, dear students. I hope you all are fine at home. This is Manisha Sharma. I am here to teach you English. Today, we will study the second chapter, The Adventures of Toto, from your supplementary reader Movements. This chapter is written by Ruskin Bond, and before starting the chapter, I want you please open your book's movement and hold a pencil in your hand to underline the difficult words and to write their meanings. Okay? Firstly, we will talk about Ruskin Bond. Ruskin Bond. This is Ruskin Bond. I want you please pay attention on this mind map. We will study about the life history of Ruskin Bond through this mind map in brief. Ruskin Bond. Ruskin Bond is an Indian writer and poet who born in May 1934 in Kosoli in India. When he was born, he was an orphan, but later he was adopted by a British family and shifted in Mussoorie, India, where he got education from Bishop Cotton School. While studying in school, he won many writing competitions. He also wrote his first short story at the age of 16. He has experience with different genres of literature like novels, short stories, poems, essays, and autobiographies. He is also honored with the Sahitya Academy Award, Padma Shri Award, Padma Bhushan Award, and recently in 2017 he is awarded with Lifetime Achievement Award. So this is all about the writer of this chapter. Now come at the chapter. Before moving forward, it's very important to know about the sportive parts of any creative work like objectives, themes, and main characters, etc. So the objectives of this short story are: after studying this short story, the student will develop the habit of reading literature for getting knowledge and pleasure. They will also develop a logical and critical attitude in them. Student will also be aware about the different types of words and phrases and their uses. They will also get an understanding about the relationship between humans and animals. Okay, student. So these all are the objectives of this chapter. Now move forward with the themes of this chapter. This story is basically developed around the theme of interaction between humans and animals, but it also gives us an experience of having a wild animal as a pet. Moreover, it also gives us an idea that there is a requirement of a great deal of patience and skill to train animals to acquire non-destructive behavior. Now, let's discuss about the main characters of this chapter. First is Tonga driver, then Toto, who is actually an animal, a monkey, grandfather, grandmother, who are an imaginary grandparents of writer, then writer himself, who is also the narrator of this story. Do you know who is narrator? Narrator is that person who narrate whole story or tell the story for its audience. Okay. Then there is a ticket collector who is also a part of this short story. And lastly, a family donkey named Nana, who is also a main character in this story. Okay, this is all about the characters of this story. Now we are finally going to proceed toward the chapter. I hope you all have opened your textbooks. Let's begin. Have you ever had a baby monkey as a pet? What was your experience with him? I know you all have different viewpoints about it. Same way, in this story, there is also a monkey named Toto. And what is the experience of Toto's owner with its pet? Let's know about it through this chapter, The Adventures of Toto. Okay, let's begin. Grandfather bought Toto from a Tonga driver for the sum of 5 rupees. Grandfather bought Toto from a Tonga driver. Tonga driver means a driver of a light carriage pulled by a horse. I show you a picture. In this way you are able to understand the meaning of Tonga driver very well. Tonga. You can see a Tonga is here and it is pulled by 2 horses, and this person is a Tonga driver. So grandfather bought Toto from this Tonga driver for the sum of 5 rupees. You may surprise that how in 5 rupees grandfather bought Toto, because when the writer had written this chapter, this short story, at that time 5 rupees had a great value. So the Tonga driver used to keep the red little monkey tied to a feeding trough, and the monkey looked so out of place there that grandfather decided he would add the little fellow to his private use. And that Tonga driver, he used to keep the little red monkey tied to a feeding trough. Feeding trough is what? Feeding trough is a thing in which food is placed for animals. You can see here the picture of feeding trough. This is feeding trough. This is used by the people to give food and water to animals. And with this, the Tonga driver has tied the monkey. And that monkey looked so out of place. Out of place means not in proper position and condition. And after looking at monkey, the grandfather decided that he would add that little monkey, little fellow, to his private use. What grandfather decided? Grandfather decided that he would take that monkey at his private use. From this you can get an indication that grandfather had his own private use. Okay, now come at the second paragraph of this chapter. Toto was a pretty monkey. His bright eyes sparkled with mischief beneath deep-set eyebrows. Toto was a pretty monkey. His bright eyes sparkled. Sparkled means shine brightly with flashes of light. And his eyes sparkled, his eyes shine with mischief, with naughtiness. That is beneath, that is under his deep-set eyebrow. Deep-set eyebrow means placed far in. I show you a picture. You can see the eyes of this monkey. See, you can see that his eyes are deep set. It looked like that someone put his eyes deep into the skin. So that's why the writer used this phrase, deep set eyebrows. It means that his eyes are deeply setted into his skin, and that are full of mischief, that are full of naughtiness. And his teeth, which were a pearly white. Pearly white means having the quality like pearl, which are look like pearl, were very often displayed in the smile. And when we are able to see that pearly white teeth when he give a smile. Who give a smile? When a monkey give a smile, then we are able to see his pearly white teeth. But that smile frightened the life out of elderly Anglo-Indian ladies. Anglo-Indian ladies means those ladies who are belong to Anglo and Indian community, both the communities. As you know that we are ruled by Britishers for many years, and as the writer had written this short story during that period before independence. So at that time there are many Britishers, there are many people in India who have taken birth in England and have their settlements in the India. So that's why they are belong to both communities, both to British community and Indian community. That's why they are known as Anglo-Indian. So and their ladies, that ladies pretended afraid of this smile, this Toto's smile. But his hand looked dried up, as though they had been pickled in the sun for many years. As the Toto was a pretty monkey, but his hands was dried up. Dried up means dull or old. His hands looked dried up as though they had been pickled in the sun for many years. Pickled means you all may know about the pickle which we eat with the chapati or with the prantha. They like mango pickle, lemon pickle. To make these pickles, firstly we have to dry up vegetables and fruit into the sun for many days. Then we make pickle from those dried up vegetables and fruits. Same way, his hand looked dull and dried up as though they had been pickled in the sun for many years. His hands looked dried up, but his fingers were quick and wicked. He used his finger very quickly and cleverly, and his tail, while adding to his good looks. And his tail gives a good look to his personality. As grandfather also believed a tail would add to anyone's good looks. His tail also served as a third hand. He could use it to hang from a branch, and it was capable of scooping up any delicacy that might be out of reach of his hands. He used his tail as a third hand. You can see in this picture. See, here the monkey has used his tail to hang from a branch without using his hands. So in this way, his tail works as a third hand for him. He also capable of scooping up any delicacy that might be out of reach of his hands. He is capable of scooping up. Scooping up means to take or buy something in a quick way, and delicacy means elegance and grace. So he can take anything very gracefully with the help of his tail, which is out of reach from his hands. Okay. Grandmother always first when grandfather brought home some new bird or animal. First means being worried. Writer's grandmother always being worried when grandfather brought home any new bird or animal. So it was decided that Toto's presence should be kept a secret from her until she was in a particularly good mood. So, writer and his grandfather decided that they would keep Toto's presence as a secret from writer's grandmother, and they would wait for the right time when his grandmother would become into a good mood. Then they will share about Toto's presence with the writer's grandmother. Then grandfather and I put him away in a little closet opening into my bedroom wall, where he was tied securely, or so we thought, to a peg fastened into the wall. Then grandfather and writer decided to put the little monkey Toto into the closet. Closet is what? Closet is a tall cupboard or wardrobe with a door used for storage, and they put monkey Toto into that closet, which was where in the bedroom of writer, and where they tied him securely with the help of a peg. Peg is a nail. Okay, they use nail, they patch the nail into the wall, and there with the help of a rope they tied monkey with the patch. A few hours later, when grandfather and I came back to release Toto, we found that the walls, which had been covered with some ornamental paper chosen by grandfather, now stood out as naked brick and plaster. What happened when after some time grandfather and writer came back into the room to release Toto, they found that the wall where they have fastened a patch, that wall was decorated with a decorative paper. Ornamental paper means decorative papers. Okay, and that wall was decorated with that decorative paper that is chosen by writer's grandfather. That wall is now naked. Naked means that wall is now without ornamental paper. Now that decorative paper is not on the wall, and the patch in the wall had been wrenched from its socket. Wrenched means pull or twist violently, and socket means a natural or artificial hollow to fit something. You may have seen the electrical socket at your home where you put the plug in or out to use an electrical device. Same way we can make the socket into the wall with the help of drill, where we put the patch to fix the nail or to fix the patch into the wall. So same way, that patch or nail is not into its socket, and it was pulled out violently from its sockets. And my school blazer means writer's school blazer, which had been hanging there, was in shred, which was maybe hanging on that ball or near that ball, that was now converted into shred means a piece of material like paper, cloth, etc. cut into pieces. Now that blazers cut into pieces. I wondered what grandmother would say. I means writer here is a narrator, as I have told you. So writer wondered, writer was surprised what grandmother would say. But grandfather didn't worry. He seemed pleased with Toto's performance. But grandfather didn't seem worried. He is happy with Toto's performance. He is clever, said grandfather. Even grandfather said that Toto was very clever. Given time, I am sure he could have tied the torn pieces of your blazer into a rope and made his escape from the window. Grandfather also said that if we would give time to Toto, he would surely make a rope from the pieces of your blazer, of writer's blazer, and make a rope, and with that rope he can escape from the window. Okay, I hope you have understood the story till here, and we will discuss the rest of the story in our next videos. Till then, stay home, stay safe,